Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a 2019 Lib Tech T-Rice Pro Snowboard. It's an all-mountain freestyle deck for intermediate to advanced level riders. This is part of the Travis Rice collection, and man, this is a fun board to ride. It's extremely lively, and it kind of has a little bit more energy than other boards of its similar kind of flex patterns. It's a true twin board. It has a centered style stance. You can ride it this way or this way. It's going to feel the exact same. There's actually kind of two different styles of nose and tail shapings to the T-Rice Pro. They have the blunted off style, that's what this is, and they also have like a little bit more of a pointy style. The blunted off style is more for more freestyle riding, and the pointy one is said to be just a little bit more for free riding, even though other than that, there's no difference. But overall, the T-Rice Pro is a really fun deck. A lot of people ride it because, well, Travis Rice rides it, and why wouldn't you do that? It has a C2 profile shape. It's one of the most dominant profile shapes across the whole Lib Tech line. It has a good ability to ride any kind of condition really well. It's precise. It has control, and of course it floats well too, and that's kind of why Travis wanted the C2. It's not too loose like BTX, it's not too aggressive like the C3. In between your feet, the board has a rocker. As you see, teeter-totters back and forth. That gives the board a kind of surfy style feel. But then underneath each foot, to the contact points, the board has camber. But as you see, the camber is actually raised off of the table, and it has a little bit of a teeter-totter, and that allows for the board to have a little bit of mistakes when you're riding. You can ride it and hang up just a little bit, and you'll be less likely to catch because of those raised contact points. But when you put it on an edge, the camber really holds well. You keep it flat base, keeps the board kind of like loose and playful. But overall, though, it has a feel of about a 5, maybe a 6, but the board wants to like kind of bounce back into its original shape when you kind of press it faster than pretty much all the other boards within the line. And I believe that's from the horsepower construction. The horsepower construction is lighter and of course smoother than what you'll find in the other original power construction. It has the same combinations of woods and fiberglasses, but there's a little bit more paulownia wood than aspen wood, and then in some of the other wood blends that they have. There's birch along the sidewalls that gives the board extra strength on the inside of the ultra high molecular weighted sidewall, and then basically the rest of the board is aspen. But then there's paulownia strips that are in between the insert packs and the rails that run parallel to the edge from the contact point all the way to the contact point on both sides, obviously. But that, for some reason, gives this board this unique kind of like liveliness to it. And it's not just because of the Triax glass that you'll find on top, and it's not because of the Biax glass that you find on bottom. It's this kind of unique way that Lib Tech has kind of created that wood core. It feels more lively than it should, but it still flexes kind of normal, which is actually pretty cool. The base, thank God, is sintered. Thanks for doing that, Travis. It's one of the fastest bases that, of course, Lib Tech has, but you need to maintain it throughout its lifetime. And then the only additional kind of like laminate to the board is the basalt fibers, and maybe that's actually what kind of gives it its lively appeal. But the basalt fibers kind of cross string at 45 and at negative 45 degrees, kind of like throughout the board. And then there's that magne-traction style edge. Now this edge, of course, it looks to have a little bit deeper serrations than some of the other boards that Lib Tech has. The serrations are pretty mellow on the nose and the tail, and as they get towards the center of the board, there's actually 7 serrated kind of bumps. They get larger. The great thing about that on the T-Rice Pro is that it allows the board on hard pack to kind of like gradually roll into the turn without it like forcing you into the turn. But once you're kind of transitioning your weight from your front foot to your back foot as you exit, it really has this great sense of like holding you on that nice line. Now the cycled radiuses of each size start in range right around 8 or so. So it's not too small, it's not too big. But what I like about this 8-meter cycled radiuses is that I feel that you can kind of like contort them a little bit more to make them a little tighter if you want to, instead of having like a really small circuit radius that you want to have like a large turn. But overall though, the T-Rice Pro is a fun board. It is lively, keep that in mind, but at the same time it's not catching the contact points and still a little bit loose flat base. It's a cool board, of course. It's an awesome graphic. T-Rice did an awesome job, and so did Lib Tech making this thing, and you can check it out at thehouse.com. If you've ever ridden this thing, let me know what you think. Make sure to support American made. That's where this was made, near Canada. And then, and surprisingly enough, the deck actually has 0 hazardous waste. So all the excess materials that are used in this are actually either recycled or used in other ways. There's no hazardous waste in the manufacturing process of this deck, which is really cool. So check it out at the house. Hopefully I'll see you guys around, and hopefully you'll be riding this deck here. Peace.